I've got my French cleat system up and running. The problem is I don't have spots for screws. So let's get started. The standard box is 4.5 inches about by 2.25 inches tall and 3.25 inches deep. For the piece of plywood, I'm cutting it 7.5 inches wide, which is 3.25 times 2 plus 1/2 inch, just to give me a little extra space. And for the height of the box, it'll be 13.5, which will give me room for about 6 boxes. And I'm changing out my regular blade for a dado stack at 1/4 inch to make the slots for the shelves, and setting the height of the dado stack to about half the distance of half the thickness of my plywood. And making the dados 2.5 inches apart will give me enough room for a 1/4 inch shelf plus 2.25 inches for each of the boxes. So it'll be a tight fit, but it'll be a good fit. And cutting the dados. And the 1/4 inch plywood is cut 5 inches wide for the shelves, which gives me a 1/4 inch on each side to account for the 4.5 inch box. And the depth is approximately 3.5 inches deep. I cut 1.5 inch holes in the middle of each shelf, and you'll see why in a second, for finger holes, but it's really unnecessary to do it. It just adds to the design element of it. And cutting the board in half will give us 2 side pieces. The glue up is actually pretty straightforward. As you can see here, the 1/4 inch plywood pieces fit in between the dados, and then the top for this other side is put in glue as well. The last step is cutting the top piece for the French cleat, which here you'll see is a 45-degree angle. This board is actually wider than I need to, so I cut it down to about 5 inches wide. Fortunately, my camera ran out of battery. So you can see here, though, that one of the primary things you have to do with the French cleat is you have to set the screws depth down in order to allow the French cleat to sit flat against the wall. And the shelf on the wall looks like this, and you add your 6 boxes, and it looks good. Thank you.